Good morning, dear friends and my dear students. We are going to start the next king of the Mauryan Empire after Bindusar. That was Ashoka. He was enthroned in 273 BC to 237 BC on the Magadha Empire. Ashoka, we come to know about their greatness. We know about their policies. On the worldwide level, first time Ashoka was the great emperor who announced the clear policy of the social welfare. He announced the Dhamma. Dhamma, that is the Pali word. In Sanskrit, if we read about the Dhamma, that is Dharma, religion. But their religion is different from the others. Their religion based on the social welfare. We will read about that points in the Dhamma of Ashoka. Before it, we have to know about that, the great emperor Ashoka. Ashoka, during Bindusar regime, he was the governor of Ujjaini. No doubt he was more able than their other brothers. In the Singhali Anusruti, clearly mentioned that he was killed their 99 brothers to become a king. But if we will minutely observe this point, we can say that was not exactly true. No doubt there are so conflicts between their brothers. Their elder brother, Susim, who was the governor of Taxila. Once during Bindusar period, in Taxila, there was uprising. It was not controlled by Susim. Bindusar sent him to control the uprising of the Taxila. After reaching Ashoka, uprising were controlled. Again, he go forward Nepal and other provinces where such type of uprising was happened. He controlled it. It proved that he was more capable than their other brothers. But in history, in the different texts, we have read about that so many conflicting informations about Ashoka. But don't worry, we will prove that Ashoka was the great king of India. He gave the policy leave and later the leave on the worldwide level first time. No other emperor. Think about that. This policy. जियो और जीने दो की संकल्पना का ये विचार सबसे पहले अशोक ने दिया और ये दुनिया में अपने तरह का एक नवीन विचारधारा थी. तो आइए अशोक के बारे में सोचते हैं. So as I already discussed about that, Ashoka became the king in 273 BC. The Bindusar died in 272 BC and was succeeded by his son Ashoka the Great. As a young princess, Ashoka was a brilliant commander who crushed revolt in Ujjain and Taxila. As monarch, he was ambitious and aggressive. The resulting the empire's superiority in the southern and western India. But it was his conquest of the Kalinga 262 to 261 BC that proved to be the pivotal event in his life. Although Ashoka's army succeeded in overwhelming Kalinga forces of royal soldiers and civilian units, an estimated 1 lakh soldiers and civilians were killed. The furious warfare, including over 10,000 of Ashoka's own men, hundreds of thousands of the peoples were adversely affected by the destructions of the fallout of the war. When he personally witnessed the devastations of Ashoka, began feeling the remorse. Although the annexation of the Kalinga was completed, Ashoka impaired the teaching of Buddhism and denounced the war and violence. He sent out missionaries to travel around Asia and spread Buddhism to other countries. He changed their mind. He felt that the actual conquer is not the capture some areas. Whenever we will not win the heart of the common people, we cannot be the actual winner. So that's why he adopted the Buddhism. As ruler, Ashoka implemented the principles of the ahimsa, principle up to not injury, by beginning hunting and violence, sports activities, and ending the indifferent and forces labor. War ravaged Kalinga had been forced into hard labor and servitude, while he maintained a large and powerful army to keep the peace. Ashoka expanded friendly relations with states across Asia and Europe and sponsored Buddhist mission. He undertook a massive public works building campaign across the country. Among these works were the construction of stupa, the Buddhist religious structure, constructing relics. One notable stupa creating during the regime of Ashoka was the great stupa which stands in Sanchi. We will read about Sanchi in your 4th chapter. The stupa architecture, the relics, and other things. We will read in your next chapter, 4th chapter. The stupa was constructed by first time Ashoka. Over 14 years of peace, harmony, and prosperity made Ashoka one of the most successful and famous monarchy in the Indian history. He remains an idealized figure of the inspiration in the modern India. Ashoka was famous for their rock edicts, pillar inscriptions. He was the first king who established such type of step, who took such type of step to propagate their policy on the ground level. He felt that whenever common people don't think that the morality, the moral values, the importance of the moral values, if he will not aware of that, the society cannot be flourished in the proper manner. There are the 14 greater pillar inscriptions which we discussed one by one. I have already discussed this point when I was explaining the boundary of Ashoka. Here, one word again and again I am saying the inscriptions. It feels to me that I have to explain about that what is the meaning of inscriptions. It is also given in your book. Inscriptions are the writing engraved on hard surface such as a stone, metal or pottery. The useful record achievements, activities or ideas of those who commissioned them and included the exploit of king or donation made by women and men to religious institutions. Inscriptions are the virtually permanent records, some of which carry dates, others are dated on the basis of the paleography or style of writing with fair amount of precision. It means inscriptions is the medium to express their view during long period. You know that on which way we can flourish my idea, explain my idea widely. So, no doubt to say that Ashoka was a great king, not only India, for whole world. He given the message of the live and let other live. That is very important for the world. आज इतना ही. नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम मौर्यन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और अशोक का धम्म के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. वी विल रीड अबाउट द धम्म ऑफ अशोका एंड द मौर्यन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इन आवर नेक्स्ट क्लास. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Take care.